So there's a big clue to what these guys do in their company name and where they come from. But seriously though, these guys, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, are one of the big players in this league, in a sector that's actually been struggling really for the last 4 or 5 months. So I thought I'd look into the charts, technical analysis, to see where that price might be heading next. So with that, let's dig in. So you can trade TSM on the US stock markets, so look out for it there. And on the charts, the weekly line chart here, you can see that big run up, 219% over 2020, where it stalled at those highs around $140, pulled back a little bit, then stalled for a second time around the same sort of price area, creating that double top, and possibly as a pullback still further, that pink line there at 38.2% Fibonacci line around $80 could be a sort of more constructive move downwards for the price if that sort of double top pattern plays out. But obviously to the upside, that $140 is the key break area if it wants to move any further upwards. So we've got a bullish reversal play set up here for you. If you're a bit more aggressive, $105.70, you're gonna have to wait a lot longer for the $139.60 more conservative entry. Setup is on a daily build here for the 4-line break chart, so if you want to speed that up, get some more aggressive entry points, then change that time frame down lower. So onto the daily Heikin Ashi chart, and our signals at the bottom both bearish. Volatility's come off a bit from an average around about 38% to mid-20s, and volume also to the bearish side but trading under its longer term moving average. In terms of price, we've got a sell signal on that 2 pink line box breakout setup, and we've also got the price trading below the light pink salmony shaded area. That's the 2 standard deviation regression bands. Nice little retracement and test on the bottom there before going south once more. Trend slightly up, but since 2022 really it's been a one-way street to the south. Renko chart using 80 cents block size. All our signals at the bottom bearish. Trend on the price also bearish. We've got a sell signal on the 2-line pink box breakout setup, and in terms of targets, really trying to get down to the mid to early 80s if it continues on south. A retracement reversal backwards to the upside, well, a lot of noise between late 90s, $110, and then it's sort of up to probably targeting that 38.2% Fibonacci line around $125, then up to $143, and if things can recover in the semiconductor industry, then you're talking 155, 160. So digging into my broker first trade for some options ideas using their options play simulator, and it really depends on your direction. If you're still bearish, then I've got first up a May put 95 strike, good score of 160 there. It's going to cost you $415. The price can get down to 85 sort of area, that's 127% profit, $500 that equates to, and that's with $1,000 investment. Now if you are bullish, then I've gone for a bit longer June 100 calls, and that's going to cost you $500. And if we play around with the simulator and we move that price, we've got to start seeing it go up to about $110, $111 to start getting the same sort of returns, about 120% of $609. But on the far right there, I put together a bear call spread, and I like this one because it's an income trade, very similar payoff profile as you can see to the put, but this is if you feel it's a bit maybe less bearish than the outright put. And the plus side is you get very good return on your $1,000 there, with $407 of income straight away. So there's another idea for you, and just the details, I used the 95 and 105 calls, the May ones that is, for that trade. So some options ideas for you. There are many more out there, but just something to get you thinking. So based purely on the technical analysis, I'm going to give TSM a bearish overall score. Top right, couple of bullish reversals if that's your point of view. Heiken Ashi slightly stronger than the Renko, although not looking that great in the shorter term, medium term. And in terms of targets, due to tight stops, it's still good upside, 2.85 and 5.28 to 1. Downside 1.76 and 2.69 to 1. But overall, bearish score for TSM at the moment. So TSM and the semiconductor industry in general struggling at the moment, especially since November, December of last year. Maybe stocks like AMD, Nvidia are better plays at the moment. Let me know in those comments below what you think of TSM, where it might be headed next, and what stocks in that semiconductor sector would you be trading instead. Love to hear from you, love to get that chat going. So if you liked today's video, please give us the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell buttons, and all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, good luck with the trading, and I'll see you in the next video.